I'm excited to learn about weird units of measurement. There is a lot that I learned about in my studies, during my studies, but I literally forgot most of them. But I know there's a lot of very, very funny units of measurement, so let's go!
Video is sponsored by War Thunder. Childhood is often remembered as the most magical period of a person's life. Dr. Seuss, Bill Nye, lead paint, all mind-bending experiences that make up any meaningful youth, for they serve the vital function of filling a child with inspiration and or cancer. Just like this one. Say hi, Colin. Did you say cancer? Colin here wants to build an elaborate Seussian machine that do all
We just talked about cancer. I thought this video might be a little bit funnier than the last one. The imperial system. That's very true. Breading is made out of acre.
all sorts of wondrous tasks, from scooping ice creams while playing the blues, to toppling regimes and tying one's shoes. Now, contriving this convoluted contraption compels Colin to capture quintessential quantities. Only problem is, he doesn't know of any units to measure his work in. I was just gonna use metric. But did you-
He was going to use metric. Did you hear that, chat? Did you hear that? Are you proud of him? Are you proud? I am proud. I'm very proud. I'm not his mother, but I'm very proud. Like I was his mother, okay? Maybe it's about cancer measurement units. It might be. I'm very proud of him. I'm not his mother, but I do feel... Wait, there he is. There the good boy is. He's gonna use metric. He wanted to use metric. I'm very proud of him. I'm not proud of this bird, but I'm very proud of him. I'm very, very proud of him to be using metric system.
You know that the metric system is French?
We're going to forget that in 3, 2, 1. What did he say? I forgot that. I forgot. I don't know what he was talking about. What was he talking about? We were talking about weird units of measurement. Right. Hi, Heaven.
Go on. Luckily for Colin, there is a cornucopia of wacky units out there to spice up your life with a bit of whimsy. So today, we're going to talk about some of history's weirdest units of measurement.
Oh, that's a cute bird. That's a cute bird. Look at the bird. Can you imagine using... Hi there, I'm Blue Jay. Can you imagine using metric or imperial? Yes, metric. Metric, always metric.
As I'm sure you smarty pants already know, a number can have dramatically different implications depending on the unit it's presented in. Take the number 17. Inches? That means you're the talk of the town. Blood alcohol content? Your blood stops being blood.
Oh, percent! Oh my goodness, I was like... Are we measuring blood alcohol content in inches? I'm so confused. But then I saw the percent. Did you know, if your nose is 12 inches, you will always send a stinky cheese? I don't know how long my nose is. It's probably not 12 inches. I think 12 inches is quite a bit, isn't it? Isn't it like 2.5 centimeters is an inch? We measure in promille. Yeah, but promille is something different. But it's blood alcohol content. It's not the breathalyzer. Breathalyzer uses promille. 2.5, yeah. Well, your nose will be the foot then. Oh, true. Oh my goodness.
Classified military document leaks? Well, you must be talking about today's sponsor, War Thunder. War Thunder is the world's most comprehensive vehicle combat game, rocking over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships from 10 different nations. With so much variety, they have practically everything you can imagine as a playable vehicle. Fighter jets and battle tanks?
Look at how happy
biplanes
they
and
are.
armored cars?
They're
But of
also
course.
happy.
Unicycle with a claymore? Not yet, but I won't stop asking. All of which allowing you to immerse yourself in intense combat with realistic details, graphics, and sound effects free to play on PC, console, or mobile. My favorite feature is easily the X-ray view, which shows you the exact toe-tingling way you send your enemies to damnation. Who doesn't love penetration? Join War Thunder's
My brain was like, oh, they're flying. Oh, they're driving. And the last thing my brain hears, I didn't hear anything. And then the last thing I heard was, who doesn't like penetration? Like my brain was just like, oh yeah, driving. Oh yeah, tanks. Nice. Boom, kaboom. That was my brain. It was on standby. And then I was like, oh, who doesn't like penetration?
massive community of
Chad,
over
do you wanna talk
95
about the
million players
penetration?
today using my links in the pinned comment or video description. New and returning players that haven't played in 6 months on PC or console will also receive a massive bonus pack including the Eagle of Valor decorator, 100,000 silver lions, and 7 days of premium account time. It's available for a limited time only, so act quick. And now, back to the video. When it comes to building any whimsical device, the first thing you gotta do is define your dimensions. So
Okay.
how can one go about describing just how long from side to side an object
You could use 2 Runya fingers. As one Runya finger is 1 measurement unit. I have a raging interest about it. About penetration. Yeah, it was like background noises. Who doesn't love penetration? Background. No, that's not for. Not for penetration, guys. Not for penetration, guys. Guys, 2 Runya fingers or what now? Not for penetration, for measurement.
is? I don't know how. Reindeer piss.
What?
Or more specifically, the poronkusema. An
The
old
what
Finnish
now?
unit of length used by the indigenous Sami people, it's defined as the distance a reindeer can travel before having to powder their nose. The unit came about due to reindeers being physically incapable of walking while urinating, and since apparently people have nothing better to do up there than watch reindeers drain the weasel, they found that walking distance to be about 7.5 kilometers. While it's rendered obsolete today, it is still used to describe things that are
Well, this is a fun fact I will probably never forget. So, a reindeer, thank you, by the way, for the kilometers. A reindeer needs to take a leak every 7.5 kilometers. Cool. Looking creative, but what the that's a good one.
an obscure distance away. Hey, how far away is the bus?
It's exactly 1 poronkusema.
It is still used to describe
Welcome
things that are an obscure distance away. Hey, how far away is the bus? I'm not sure, let me see. Hey, Chad! Yeah, 1 sec. What the fuck? Just give me a sec. You can't move yet, dude. That's like the whole point of poronkusemas. Dude, it's an expression. No, it's a reindeer. Poronkusemas may be a bit large for the scale of your machine. Perhaps furlongs are more your
Probably.
speed. Back when the English plowed their own farms instead of colonizing them, they defined a furlong as the distance a team of oxen can plow before getting tired. This works out to be a
How did they even? What? They? How? Add that to Runya's animal fact list. Yeah.
Around
So
200
many animal facts I'm learning.
meters.
200 meters is actually not that much.
But that's only true if you raise little bitch baby oxen. As I forge mine in a crucible of pain and combat where only the strongest survive, and are easily able to plow 500 meters like the badasses they are. The furlong can be broken down into 40 rods, 10 chains, or 7,920 gumballs. It also serves as the basis for an acre, which is 1 furlong by 1 chain.
Is that true? Because if it's true, then I know why an acre, why all of these measurements that people use for their freaking stuff is so weird. If this is true, I understand why I never understood what's an acre of how the
And if you really want to
Please
work
tell me it's true. Because how much is this in Saarland? I don't know how much this is in Saarland, but that's Saarland and football fields. Not American football. The stuff you call soccer in America, okay? Football. The thing you actually play with your foot. I'm very particular about that. The football fields and Saarland are the only measurements that I actually will condone, okay? The real football, yeah, the one you actually play with a foot and a ball, okay? A ball that is ball-shaped. That you can... Did you know? Oh my goodness. Okay. Last time, the first time I saw the 6-7 move, I told you. I thought that it was like... It looked like people were like... You know, weighing up their balls. Like actual balls. Like balls. That people were like... You know, weighing balls. That was the first time. That was... Yeah, like juggling balls, you know? Like, not juggling, like weighing balls. Juggle these nuts. That was the first association I had with the 6-7 movement. Did you know that? That movement literally means balls. I don't know if it's in ASL, but apparently in like German, in Gebärdensprache, it actually means balls. So it's actually not just my head that was like, balls. It looks like balls. It looks like balls. It is literally the nut gesture. So we have kids. So imagine people who cannot hear, like who are hard of hearing, okay? Just imagine them always seeing kids on TV just making the sign for balls right now. And being so confused, like, why is everyone making the... Why are they saying nuts? Exactly. I learned that today. I was like, it was the downfall of moral. That was so wild. It was so wild. I can check it again. Not that I just told you bullshit. Hi, I will. Okay, so they don't juggle their hands. Okay, so they do the hands, but they don't juggle them. Like they don't move them, but they do the hands.
Your poor
That's
oxen to
way
the bone.
better.
The amount of land one can plow in an entire season is one ox gang. For a practical use case scenario,
An ox gang equals 15 acres. A Wierd is 30 acres, and a Carcucade is one. Oh my!
if you're taking a date down the street to Coachella,
What did I come into? We are talking about America, and now we're talking about acre.
to see your favorite hip-hop artists, you could say it's 14 chains to the Ox Gang gangbang for a 2-chain Wu-Tang Boothang hang. Say it's 14 chains to the Ox Gang gangbang for a 2-chain Wu-Tang Boothang hang.
I caused testicular torsion. Oh, did you already know that I have the best playlist on my way to like a white girl playlist on my way to testicular torsion surgery? It's a really good playlist. Would recommend, guys. I only understood gangbang. Same though. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you, Daddy.
Furlongs and rods are still pretty big, though. Right you are, Colin. For the more intricate measurements, might I suggest the Barleycorn, the original basis for the inch. Why don't I just use inches? Aw, because
Okay, I finally understand why the imperial system doesn't make sense. So, you mean to tell me that this is the basis of an inch? The Barleycorn?
then I wouldn't have a YouTube video, and therefore wouldn't make any money. The inch used to be based on the length of 3 Barleycorns before...
Who looked... I don't know what a barleycorn is, by the way. What even is a barley? What is a barley? But why 3? Guessed it. Thank you. Okay, guess I know. Wait a damn minute. The imperial system sucks so bad. It does.
It was redefined using the speed of light,
resulting
it is not. In everyone abandoning...
I think they recalculated it, actually, Castini. I don't know what a barleycorn is. All I know is 3 inches is very respectable length, not small at all.
They're dried
We obviously measured football fields and eagles. I hope you mean football fields. Not American football fields, right?
For lame photons. Everyone except for shoemakers, that is, who, for some reason, find it easier to measure shoe sizes in Barleycorn to this day. Hey, can I get a size 11? Sure thing. Fuck, it's too fast. Now that we got your doohickey all nicely dimensionalized, it's time we give it a purpose. What do you want it to...
Now I understand why shoe sizes are so weird.
Do, Colin.
Wait,
Burger.
11 barleycorns?
All right, one cheeseburger. Burger.
Burger?
Burger machine coming right up. To spit out a large supply of burgers, we'll need a large space for the beef. Obviously, the most efficient way to supply said storage is with a direct farm-to-beef cube cattle mincer installed on the back. Wouldn't that be needlessly painful for them? Maybe.
Oh, baby.
We can find out just how painful it might be with a handy dolorimeter, a 1940s device that applies heat, pressure, or electric current to determine thresholds of pain in the unit of doles. Each dole represents a just noticeable increase
Because pain is not... Yeah, sure. Because pain is not, like, subjective, right? Right? Because pain is not subjective at all. But we still use this. Honestly, we still use this. We still use this. Is our normal pain scala, like, scale, like, derived from this? I think so. It probably might be.
pain. Moo. Just like that. Experimenting with a heat lamp on subjects' hands, the creators found that people started to feel pain at around 113 degrees Fahrenheit, or negative 7.419 degrees Wedgwood. But after 150...
What is a Wedgwood? What the hell is a Wedgwood? What is it? And why is he using Fahrenheit now and was using kilometers earlier? What is with you? What is it? What is this? What is this video? Why were you using metric all the time and now you're randomly using Fahrenheit? Why? Is it because the dude was American? It probably is because the dude was American, but still, please. Entirely subjective. Exactly. Men have natural painkillers that are better compared to women's, but it depends on what kind of pain, because, like, for example, birthing a human being is also like the pain, like the chemicals that get released from your body after birth, making you forget all of that pain. Those are insane as well. Imagine giving your children dolls to play. This is rage bait. It has to be advanced rage bait.
2 degrees Fahrenheit, 42.5 Romer, participants stopped reporting increasing levels of agony. Are you sure this isn't hurting more? No, it's the same.
Oh, he's fine.
What is it? Nothing. We're done. Thanks for giving me your hand.
No, postpartum depression is a bit different, but it's changed. Like you have a lot of changing hormones after birth, but not every woman has those hormones to basically forget the pain of birthing, and not every woman gets postpartum depression. Yeah, forgetting the pain so you can have babies again. What a scam! Isn't that crazy? Like I think if women actually would remember the amount of pain they had during childbirth, most women would not have more than one child. That is my honest to God, like, I think that, like, I don't think a woman would have more than one child, or most women would not have more than one child. All I can say is chainsaw true. Because that's also, like I have nieces and nephews, right? So I talked to one of my siblings, and they were like, the father of the children, and the mother of the children. I talked to both of them, and the mother of the children was like, yeah, I don't remember anything, like, or not, like, not anything, but like pain wise she doesn't remember most of it. And the father was like, so yeah, that was intense. I have no idea how she did that. That was freaking intense. And I was like he remembers the pain even more than she does, and she experienced it. Go forth and multiply several times. Yeah, that was still having pain. I think so. That's why we evolved hidden ovulation. That was the one that you said, Aldo. Yeah. He was literally like, that was intense. It was very intense. Like, holy shoot. Best painkiller is a shock reaction. Reaction. I managed to be the calmest and organized to help the accident and injury I had myself. Same. Not the calmest. Okay, not the calmest and stuff, but when I had my accident with my knee, where I like put the glass shard into my knee and had the very, 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 very deep cut, I was not calm at all, okay? I was not calm at all, but I literally had no pain until the next morning after I woke up from the surgery. Literally. The pain was so manageable. I was like, oh, it doesn't hurt at all. That's crazy. I have a very deep cut in that's almost like on my kneecap, like the bone. Talking about the bone, not just my kneecap, like the bone. It was almost on my bone. So yeah, that was it was deep. It was quite deep. It didn't hurt. At least not that much. Hi, Elion. Adrenaline is such a good painkiller. It is, yeah. Maybe she held his hand. Maybe. I don't know. Woman giving birth are like, yo, let's have another one that equal to men get kicked in the balls 100 times. Say, yo, let's do this again. Hey, Toasty. Sorry, cat is doing stuff. Adrenaline is one hell of adrenaline. I think that's why why you can call some people adrenaline junkie. Yeah.
Don't you mean a hand? Other researchers failed to replicate these tests, so dolls never quite caught on. But that didn't stop the world's masochists from trying to find a new way to quantify pain. Any average Joe can get stung by a bee and say it hurt, but only a true artist of pain can describe it as almost pleasant, like a lover just bit your earlobe a little too hard. Meet entomologist Justin Schmidt, born to be fanfic writer, forced to be aroused by pain. Schmidt made his life work to rank the pain of various insect stings.
Oh, I think I've heard of him.
The Schmidt Sting Pain Index. His idea was simple. Take a bug, put it on his skin, and savor the exquisite trip through agony.
There's so many like YouTubers who do the same, and it's insanity because there's like very, 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 very bad insect bites. I think there's like 2 or 3 YouTubers who do that.
In hellfire before jotting down just how much he wants to end it all.
Yeah,
in total, he exposed his flesh to the venom of 78 different species to place them on a pain scale consisting of 4 levels. But the real treat of his work came from the colorful language he used to pen his experiences. For example, he described a yellow jacket sting as hot and smoky, almost irreverent. Imagine W.C. Fields extinguishing a cigar on your tongue. That was just a 2. At the high end, he described the tarantula hawk wasp as blinding, fierce, shockingly electric. A running hairdryer has just been dropped into your bubble bath. And the warrior wasp as torture. You are chained in the flow of an active volcano. Why did I start this list?
Questioning all your life choices. He only did insects as far as I understood, chemical. Runya, after mosquito, that was a 10. It's not a 10. I just hate the itch you get from mosquito. Warrior wasps are cazadores in New Vegas. Oh, right. Oh, those are so bad. Good night, Fafnir.
Of course, no scientific findings can be accepted until they've been replicated. But for some reason, no scientist has tried to do that yet.
Why? I don't understand why.
Okay, Schmidt, go ahead.
Only insects know best? I don't think so. You mean tarantula hawks? Wait, what were tarantula hawks?
Wait, we're gonna need a second opinion. Okay, but back to the cow. Oh yes, Betsy here registered pain at a pressure significantly lower than the grind force of the mincer. So yeah, this will be quite astronomically painful for them. Then we shouldn't do it, right? But Colin, that pain is nothing compared to what your shareholders will experience if we don't maximize profit.
Maximizing profits? That's how it works. We gotta go strong strat, bird eating spiders. I've never heard of them. 4 is just a Tuesday in Australia. If you really hate the cazadores, do the big MT DLC. You get something that helps you with them. I should. Stonks? We gotta go stonks, chat. We gotta go stonks.
So set that mincer to Happy Meal and let's get it cooking. The shredded meat of one Betsy here is enough to spew out about 2,200 quarter pounders, or as we'll advertise them,
Why is it pounds again? I don't know how much kilogram that. Tell me how much kilogram that is, not how many
sluggers. To supply that many, our beef cube will weigh in at 24.9 Turkish Batmans and take up 7.8 buttloads.
Wait, isn't Batman a city in Turkey? But I thought Batman was a city in Turkey. Why is it suddenly this? And what is a buttload?
Of space.
A very light city. Apparently a very, very light city. Yeah. England is a city, I know. And I know the meme as well. Yeah, kilogram is just a bit more than half of... Okay. Okay.
That last one is just a figure of speech. Right you are, my boy. One that came from a very real unit of volume, the butt. Equal to 2 hogsheads, a butt, like most of these units, could vary wildly, equating to 130 gallons for ale or 126 gallons for wine. Therefore, if you recall my historical slang video where we learned the phrase "to suck the monkey" meant to steal booze from a barrel with a straw, depending on which barrel you choose, it wouldn't be incorrect to say you sucked the monkey from the butt.
I hope the monkey is fine. Okay, students, 1 cow equals 200. I think it was 2,001 quarter-pound burgers. How much does Batman weigh? Someone reset Runya. Oh shit, I thought a buttload is the maximum my gay friend can... What?
But enough with the British. Just how long will your machine here take to cook the burgers? Well, considering the fast food nature of the device, you might be tempted to say a jiffy. But by doing so, you're now legal.
I like jiffy, but the thing is, I like the word jiffy. It's funny, but my physics teacher hated the word, like the phrase "in a jiffy." He hated it with a passion. He hated it so much, and that's why I don't say it. Like, he was like, no, we don't say in a jiffy because that is literally impossible. Even if it's a figure of speech. Yeah, he hated it. I prefer PNGE. I have my master's degree in biochem. That's what I studied, and now I'm a streamer. Hi, Zuccaroso.
Bound to a verbal contract you have no hope of fulfilling, as a jiffy just so happens to be a very real unit of measurement. Originating in the roaring 20s, the jiffy was first defined as the amount of time it takes light to travel 1 centimeter in a vacuum, about 33.4 picoseconds. Let's cut you some slack and say you only need to cook the patty in that amount of time. Heating up 1.008 slugger to Flavortown temps takes about 24 kilos.
See? Now it's degrees Celsius. Why would your physics teacher speak English, or was he an English teacher as well? No, he spoke German, but he was also talking about the jiffy. Yeah. She almost said, I did not say
joules. That doesn't sound bad. Not at all, champ. But to do so in a jiffy would require 730 terawatts of power, which may be a little difficult to pull off, considering that's about 262 times the entire energy consumption of the human world. But I believe in you, Colin. You're better than the entire human world. All we'd need to rev up those fryers is a measly 730,000 nuclear power plants shoved into your little energy.
No, we can fit those. We can fit those.
Here.
It's fine.
Whoa,
1 AI data center.
Thing?
Oh, what is that? Is that bananas?
What was that? About 4.06 trillion bananas. How are they in there?
Those were bananas.
Well, Colin, what you just experienced was the banana equivalent dose of 406,000 sieverts of radiation.
Yippee! I like radiation. We should go to Fallout. I know, by the way, that the EP is very, very annoying. I've had the EP thingy since yesterday. I don't know why. I don't know. It's kind of a vocal stream right now, so I'm sorry. Bear with me. I will do a lot of the EP, okay?
You see, a banana contains...
Wait, why are we playing Fortnite and drinking Coca-Cola? Yippee! Yippee!
Naturally occurring radioactive isotopes of potassium, and the average amount of that potassium in the average banana is roughly 0.1 microsieverts, aka 1 banana equivalent dose. The unit, while informal, proves useful for visually describing infinitesimally small amounts of radiation to the...
A lot of stuff has more radiation than banana, honestly. Honestly, a lot of stuff has more radiation than a banana, but bananas are known for their
The
radiation.
stupid public who gets terrified when concrete gets too tubular. A person's average daily exposure to radiation, just strutting around, is about 100 BEDs, and the maximum banana equivalent dose for a radiation worker in 1 year is half a mega banana. As for a lethal dose, why, that'd be about 35 million bananas. What,
That's a
and
lot
I
of
was hit with
bananas.
4 trillion? Yeah.
By the way, one thing I always find kind of confusing about radiation is how the frick is there like 1,000 different known measurements of units of measurement, sorry, wrong way around, units of measurement that you actually really use. Like you use the sievert, you use the becquerel, you use so many measurements of unit for radiation. You use Curie, for example. I worked with radiation, okay? During my studies, I worked with radiation, and we used Curie, we used sievert, we used becquerel, we used like 50,000 freaking units, and I was like, I have no idea what they mean. I just know that if this beeps, this is bad, and if this doesn't beep, it's not bad. If this beeps very, very loudly, it's really, really bad. And if this beeps a little bit, it's a bit bad, but we gotta be careful about it. That's all I knew, okay? Like radiation, have you started a campaign to reopen nuclear plants in Germany? No. Sunlight has more than bananas. Exactly. The good old Geigerzähler. Exactly. I like how you roll your eyes. Thank you. Different units for different things. I know, but there are so many, and I have no idea what they all mean. I was just like, okay, if this beeps, this bad. Sounds like another measurement video. It does sound like one. It should be good one. It should be a good one. I love Runya about 5 units worth. 5 units of what? If it beeps and then stop, it's really, really bad. Yes.
There's 730,000 nuclear power plants in there. Why are there that many unshielded nuclear reactors behind one flimsy metal door? Well, I didn't think you'd open it. Is there any chance I can live? Why, lucky for you, we can measure that with our next unit, micromorts. Are you a little paranoid Polly who wants to know just how dangerous various activities are? Well, micromorts are the unit for you. Representing a 1 in a million chance of death.
How likely you are to die from different activities and behaviors. This sounds like something for the Darwin Awards.
They were introduced by Professor Ronald Howard to serve as a rough estimate of risk for decision analysis. Going hang gliding, 8 micromorts.
Why is this a German hang glider? Okay, where is VTubing? Good question though. Where's VTubing? Where is VTubing? 1 in a million chance of death. Wait, it's 8 in a million chance of death? If you go, maybe we shouldn't go hang gliding, chat. Germans love hang gliding, do we? Coincidence?
Morts.
I
Giving
think
birth,
not.
120 micromorts.
This is, by the way, this, we were talking about giving birth, right?
Micromorts. Giving birth,
120. Giving birth is more dangerous than hang gliding. Please let that sink in. And I know most of this is not just, it depends on the countries as well. I don't know where the micromorts were measured, if it's like measured over all the countries, because then I understand why it's like so high. But, or if it's just like the USA or like another country, like more developed country, which has better access to healthcare and stuff. Okay, let's not go into the whole healthcare in the US shit and stuff. I know that, and it was probably higher back in the days, I know, but so 150 rounds in a hang glider and you push out one shot. Yeah, it depends on the demographic and location, but I still think it's insanity that it's still like, what? Healthcare in the US, go on. I also, okay, I get a lot of TikToks from like American, like US Americans as of lately, and I got one. She had a C-section, and she got the bill for her C-section, and it was like, I think 80,000 euros. A C-section, a Kaiserschnitt. 80,000 just to get a baby out of your stomach. So she was like, so yeah, it was like I don't know the actual numbers, but it was like 20,000 to like cut me open, and then for the baby to stay with her at night, it was like $5,000 for like, I think 2 nights. That's the most expensive hotel they will ever stay at. I tell you, this is the most expensive gosh darn hotel you will ever stay at. If it's $5,000 for like 2 or 3 nights of the baby staying, it was the baby. It was not her. That was not the amount of money for her to stay in the room. It was the amount of money for the baby to stay in the room. $5,000. Giving birth in the US is a luxury. I know. Isn't there a fee to hold your baby after birth? I don't know about that. My mom was in labor for 5 hours. Damn. Just push it out in the Uber like everyone else. Oh my goodness. It's £1,000 still. £1,000 is a lot. $5,000 for 2 nights or 2 tents in Munich. That's a lot, yeah. And it's getting worse quickly. It's insanity, especially if like mortality, like the mortality of mothers, during labor, the mortality of mothers, not just because of it was high, and I fear that like that amount of money makes it even higher in the US. Which is not good. We shouldn't go back in the days where the mother often died when they birth a child just because people can't afford birthing the child, you know? That's insanity. We're going to need a bigger Luigi. I have a changing identity. It's absolute insanity.
And 20 micromorts. Appearing in one of my videos, 261,000 micromorts.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, soon to be 292,000. But who's counting? I'm counting. I don't want to die. You don't want to die poor, you mean? Because before I hand you off to the Grim Reaper, we need to market your burgers. First things first, let's select a location to set up shop.
It's gonna be something very, very weird, right? Mortality for mothers in the US is the highest for first world countries. Black women get it even worse. Yeah, I heard about that problem as well, yeah. But it's the highest for first world countries? Like I said, we normally don't get into politics, but let me say one thing. Can we look at those statistics and like do something about that? I know I'm not American, but why are the people who can do something about it not looking at those statistics and being like, well, that's not good. That's really not good. Can we do something about? I know it's probably money, but still, can we do? Because it's mostly men. Oh, true. John Oliver mentioned a case where parents delivered a baby in their own car and the driver at a hospital. The last 500 meters with an ambulance cost him $7,000.
And funnily enough, there just so happens to be quite the thematic scale for determining the perfect country to exploit. The Big Mac Index.
Ooh, I remember that one. That's the one I know. They're lining their pockets with cash and blood. It seems like it. We just watched a video about American food earlier and how a lot of the stuff that's like in American food is not even tested. That there are like food deserts in America. All of that. I know, I'm sure I'm sure. There is a lot of stuff that's going wrong in Germany and in Europe, okay? Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff going wrong here as well, but from an outsider's perspective, that's wild. Doesn't have these problems. Yeah, it's mainly like low-income households that have problems like those.
Originating in the 80s by The Economist, the index looks at the price of a Big Mac sold in McDonald's restaurants throughout the world to compare the purchasing power of various countries. Since the Big Mac has had its production streamlined to capitalistic perfection, practically the only thing determining its cost is the local currency's strength. And what started as a half joke took off as burgernomics became a globally recognized metric for economic health. Yep. Uh-huh. Wait. No. Just hang in there, Clyde, all right? And don't sell. We'll see what happens when the market opens. I'm confident the portfolio will recover. Okay, one Big Mac, that'll be $18.95. So seriously was this metric taken that Argentina even forced McDonald's to sell the burger.
The price of a Big Mac in comparison. Switzerland is over the USA. Ooh, Germany's not even on there. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing, not being on, like, in the top 10? It's probably 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? We're exporting our bullshit to other countries. You're welcome. I mean, we talked about it, and at least if it's, like, sold in a store, it's probably not legal to sell it if it's not, like, legal to use in Germany or other European countries. Are your Big Macs made out of... Are your Big Macs made out of gold in Switzerland, Jenny? Jenny, that's a good question. Do you have gold, like, a little bit of gold there? Isn't everything more expensive in Switzerland? That's... Yes. Kinda. But €6.71. No, francs. Sorry, it's not euros. They don't have euros. I always think they have euros, but they don't. I know that it's francs, but... Dollars. It's dollars. This one is dollars. Sorry.
Burger in their country at an artificially low price
to
try and mask their inflation. Looking at the most recent data, to maximize your profits, let's source our Betsies from Taiwan and sell your burgers in Switzerland. To draw in customers, we're gonna need to pump out some ads. Only problem is, how do we choose the in Switzerland? To draw in customers, we're gonna need to pump
Was that an... Is that an actual ad... Is that an advertise... Is 7 inches impressive? Is that... They knew what they did. They did know what it did. I bet there's a fancy restaurant in Zurich which sells the burgers with gold on them. 100%. I'm not... It's average. Oh, we're gonna talk about Forza 6. Subliminal messaging. Eurozone is on 5 after Switzerland, Argentina, Uruguay, Norway. Oh, thank you, Epic.
Pump out some ads. Only problem is, how do we choose?
They sued them because they misused this picture. I would also sue. In her, like, if they misused it, I would sue.
The hottest model to most effectively sell your burger. Introducing the Millihelen. Inspired by the myth of Helen of Troy, whose face was so beautiful it launched 1,000 ships to recover her in the Trojan War, one Millihelen represents enough beauty to launch one ship. Hey, can you guys clear out already? I have shipments coming in.
Because Millie is 1,000...
Don't reckon I feel like it, mate. Rachel, can you come over here? Alright then. Only one?
Aww,
Conversely,
Rachel.
-1 millihelens represents the amount of ugliness required to sink one ship.
Oh, so I'm -1 millihelen. Let's go. Apparently, Odysseus didn't have enough millihelens. Apparently not when Mega Runya.
Honey, what's wrong? While more of a joke unit, there were still people throughout history who attempted to quantify attractiveness. Beauty is purely objective after all. Take the beauty micrometer, a tool painstakingly designed to maximize...
This looks like a torture device. Whatever floats your boat. This looks like a torture device, guys.
Both aesthetics and nightmares. Invented in the 1930s.
This looks like a torture device. Imagine telling her you have 6-7 inches and she starts doing the 6-7 move. Relationship killed by a number. Oh no.
The device used...
No, definitely not, Rebo. Isn't chasing beauty a torture thing anyways? That's true.
metal screws to measure every minute
Yeah,
ridge
like a
and
Saw
valley of your
movie.
anatomical skull
Like
structure
a
to
Saw
pinpoint
movie
the
trap.
exact areas to reduce or enhance with makeup. Objectify women? Take a lap, loser. Back in the 30s, real Sigma's modified. I don't know about this. I mean, is true beauty something we can really measure? Well, you know what they say. Beauty is only skin deep, right? Now let's find out how deep. While all these measurements are nice
Switzerland! Why are they in Switzerland? What's going to
and
happen?
dandy, I know what you're all thinking.
What's
Blue
gonna
Jay,
happen?
how can I possibly comprehend these units
Oh, because they're gonna sell the burgers in Switzerland. Right.
without gumballs for scale? Well, worry not, gamers. I crafted a nifty little visual guide.
This hurts. I'm hurting. What? I'm hurting. Why? Why is it in dollars, inches, but the weight is in gram, and the area is in inches again, and then we have Celsius. What? How much is this in lollipops or Santa Shocks? Good question. Big question. Okay, let's do this.
Guide with as many gumball
US is as backwards. Oh no, that's why. But
based units as I had time to derive. Some units were simple, like gumball length being just the diameter of your standard gumball, but other units required more creativity, such as gumball time being how long it takes light to travel the diameter of one gumball in a vacuum. If you're curious how I went about calculating these units, I'll be posting an in-depth gumball
this video has so much research in it. I really respect it. But I'm hurting. But I really respect this, okay? Okay, don't get me wrong. I really respect this. I really, really respect this, though.
measurement breakdown on my Patreon, so make sure to sign up. Link in the description. You just might be autistic.
Please sign up, guys.
Now looky here, Colin. So make sure to sign up. Link in the description. You just might be autistic. Now looky
I think so, too.
here, Colin, your first customer. Why don't you serve up your first .008 slugger for the lad? One patty coming right up.
Oh, I don't think he's fine.
Blue Jay, what in fuck's name was that? Well, what did you think was gonna happen? You just cooked a beef patty in a jiffy with 730 terawatts of nuclear power. You can't expose mortal flesh to the full force of God's wrath and not expect plasma. Is he dead? Sure is.
I mean, is that the one person who's gonna die in micromorts? Because otherwise, he would have lied at the beginning of, in the middle of this video, because then the micromorts would be one more.
Congrats on your first kill, Colin. You should take your murderous skills on over to War Thunder. Make sure to check them out now on PC,
Take
PlayStation,
one, God's
Xbox, or
Rob.
mobile for free using
I
my
don't
links
think we
below.
can do that,
Anyone
Jenny.
who hasn't played in 6 months will get a massive bonus
First
pack on
blood.
PC and consoles, including premium vehicles,
Damn.
100,000 silver
Damn,
lions,
I really
and 7
appreciate
days
this.
of premium account time.
This
Wacky
seems very
units.
autistic.
12 out of 10 stars.
I really appreciate this video. Oh my goodness. It hurt, but it's really good. But it hurt, but it's really good. But it hurt, but it's really, really good. But it hurt. Okay. Thank you very much for the video. Please check out Blue Jay. That was awesome. That was insane. That was really good. That was really, really good. Please check out the original video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe in the description, and maybe a hype for this video. And write your favorite measurement unit in the description. No, in the comments. Not in the description. I'm doing the description. In the comments. Mine is Saarland. Yippee! Bye-bye!
Outro song, this is an outro song, this is an outro song.